So for today we are going to discuss about null pointer. So we know that pointers are used to store the address of another variable. But what happens if pointer is not holding any memory address? So that pointer is nothing but a null pointer. So we can say that null pointer is a pointer that does not points to any memory location and hence does not hold address of any variable. Null pointer in C hold the value null, and this null indicates that pointer is pointing to the first memory location, that is nothing but zeroth memory address, and we can't dereference zeroth memory location. Syntax for null pointer declaration in C is given as data type, pointer name and null. Data type, pointer name and 0. Now we will check for the usage of null pointer. So first usage is like when your pointer variable is not holding any memory address, you have to initialize it with the null value. So here I have declared some pointer variable. So this pointer variable is not holding the address of another variable. So in that case, what you can do, you can simply assign null to this pointer. So now this pointer, that is pointer ptr, become a null pointer. It become a null pointer. So now, why there is a need of initializing a pointer with null pointer? So what it means actually, that means you are assigning zeroth memory address to this pointer ptr value. So if you try to dereference this pointer ptr, found some abnormal behavior in your program. When you think about initializing any pointer to the null, we have to keep in mind that when we want to access or when we want to dereference any pointer variable, we have to check it for the null. If you don't go for checking it for the null, you will reach to the abnormal behavior for your code. So let us check what will be the output you will get for current scenario. So here I am trying to dereference this pointer variable. I will try to run this code and you will check I am not getting any output. So what was the reason behind this? So here I am trying to dereference a null pointer. That means I am trying to dereferencing zeroth memory address, and which is not possible. We can dereference a pointer variable only when it is not null. When you want to use any pointer variable like this pointer ptr, we have to first check it whether it is null or not. So for example, here I will check whether ptr is not equal to null. If ptr is not equal to null, then only I will print this statement, that is I will go for dereferencing it. Else I can say that it is a null pointer. It is null pointer and can't dereference. So now we will check the output. So you will get the output, it is null pointer, we can't dereference. Hope so it is clear the first two usage, that means if you want to declare any pointer variable without assignment of any specific or we can say the valid memory address, you can initialize it with a null. And second case is that if you want to go for dereference any pointer variable, we have to first check it for null, because if it is null pointer, we cannot dereference it. Now we will check for the third usage of our null pointer. As we know that malloc function is used to allocate the memory. But what happens if malloc function is failed to allocate the memory? So when malloc function fail to allocate the memory, that result into the null pointer. So if we are trying to use that null pointer in our program, your program having some abnormal behavior. So to avoid that, we need to check whatever the memory is allocated by a malloc function, it is null or not. If it is successful allocation, your PTR is holding some valid addresses. If it is fail, it will hold with the null value. Let us check with the help of example. So here I have declared a pointer, that is integer pointer ptr, and it will hold some memory like integer pointer. I will use malloc function, and size of integer memory is located. So now I want to check whether this integer pointer is null or not. So for that I will write down like if my ptr equal to null, I can say that print f memory not allocated. Else we can say that memory is allocated. So now we need to add stdlib because we are using malloc function. So now we will check for the output. So here you will get the output like memory is allocated, right? So that was a one way or usage of the null pointer. That is, we will check for memory allocation in case of your malloc function.